Hey, this is Chris, but my friends call me Stones. Thanks for checking out my channel, and thanks for checking out my latest video. I wanted to do a video really quick. It's actually 7 in the morning, and I decided against going to the gym this morning because I just did a recycling event yesterday, and I'm still tired, exhausted, sore, and I just felt like I shouldn't go to the gym, but just start working on stuff that I got from the recycling event. And I wanted to show you what I had found. So this recycling event was a little different. It was my first time being at that location. Now the company that does it, they had been there once before, and if this tells you what time of the year it was snowing when they did the first one there, and it was part of the reason why I didn't go. But it was also out in the middle of nowhere, like Amish country. And I don't know where you live, but I don't know if you have Amish country in your state, but literally there is nothing. It's out in the middle of nowhere. And so I was kind of surprised by how much technology showed up in an area that's known as Amish country. So anyways, this is what I found. It was a little different. If you know, if you don't, these are the printer heads from the HP Officejet Pro series printers. These just pop right out. Normally there's ink, and I sell these for $100 on eBay a piece. So there's $300 right there. The last time I had them from recycling events, I got like 4 within 2 weeks of recycling events, and all 4 sold within 4 days. So I have one from the previous recycling event still, and here's 3 more. So hopefully those will sell. And then at this recycling event, I found these 2 CPAP machines. I've talked before in previous videos about how you cannot sell medical devices on eBay. They will ban your account, they will flag the listing, they'll remove the listing. You cannot sell medical devices on eBay. Now you can sell these to a company called secondwind.com. Second, S-E-C-O-N-D, wind, W-I-N-D.com. Now I have had 2 CPAPs in the past, one from a church rummage sale and another one that I picked up from the last recycling event. And unfortunately, secondwind.com didn't want either one of them. So what you do is you go on their form, their website, you fill out a form, and then they'll get back with you by email telling you if they want them or not. And the first one, they told me, they basically said they didn't want it. The second one, they told me they didn't want it because the parts were obsolete and hard to find. The problem is I paid $10 for the one at the church rummage sale, so I lost that $10. And then the second one, even though I got it for free, it didn't have a power cord, and I needed the power cord to prove how many hours were on the machine of usage, and you need that information for Second Wind. So I invested about $30 in the power cord, thinking that I would get that back from selling the CPAP, and they didn't want that either. Now, fortunately, I can resell the power cord and get my money back from that, but I won't get my $10 back from the one I bought at the church rummage sale, so be careful. I know other YouTubers have had they've had good luck, and they've actually gotten money for their CPAPs, but Second Wind doesn't necessarily take all of them. So I'm hoping between these 2, they'll take at least one, and I'll recoup my money. Since I didn't pay for these, I'll recoup my money from the money that I've invested in the past machines. So I'll keep you updated on that and see what they say on those. And then as far as video game stuff, typically, like if you remember my video from the last recycling event, I brought home a ton of video game stuff. I brought home a original Nintendo. I think it was an Xbox 360 and 2 PlayStation 3s, if I remember correctly. And then on top of that, 6 Game Boy Advance handheld consoles, and then 1 Nintendo DS Lite. So lots of video game stuff. This time there wasn't a whole lot of that. This is all that I found, and I'm not complaining. But here's an original Nintendo. I'm going to clean that up, test it, and I haven't looked up what just a console will sell for, but maybe $50. I don't know. Here's an Atari plug-and-play system. It's not worth anything. Brand new ones sell on eBay for like $15. So if it works, I might keep it for myself and mess around with it. Here is a Nintendo DS XL, which I have sold before. So if this works, I'm going to sell that. And here's something I've never found before. I've never seen one of these at a yard sale. I've never bought one before. I've never sold one before. But a Nintendo Wii U tablet. Now, if this works, and I don't know because it has a charging cable that's missing. Now, I looked it up, and then I can get one for like 15 bucks, 12 bucks, something like that. So if it works, this thing's going to be worth about $80 to $100. If it doesn't work, I can still sell it for like $40. So is it going to be worth the $12 to $15 investment to see if it works? Yeah. If I can make $50 more, why not make that investment? And then here's a bunch of small stuff. This was new, brand new in packaged stuff, so I decided to grab it. If you look here, this first alert alarm, smoke and carbon monoxide alarm, originally retailed for $70, and these people are just throwing it away. Now, the price isn't exactly $70 on eBay, but I can get at least $30 for this on eBay. Now, here's something that's probably not worth anything. The last one sold for like $5.99 free shipping. I don't know how they made any money on that. So I'll probably just donate that to Goodwill or something like that. Some other things that aren't worth much. I thought this looked interesting, this vintage timer, but I'm going to donate that because it doesn't have any value. Prices on this mini cassette recorder, this voice recorder, are all over the place. I did notice that the battery compartment is a little corroded, so it may not even work. But it does have the microphone, which is good. But if I get that working, the prices are all over the place. I think I have some blank tapes that can go with it. I've seen listings as high as $40 that this sold for, but I've also seen ones that sold for best offer under $10. So we'll see. A little scanner device that's not worth anything. There's a couple listings for like $25, but none have sold, so I'll probably redonate that. Grabbed a couple of cameras. So these two silver ones, one has a battery, one doesn't. The one at the top takes normal AA batteries. Even if it works, I looked it up, maybe $10 out of that. It may not even be worth it for me. This one in the middle requires a special battery. There's a battery in it, but it requires a charger to charge it, and I don't have that. So I'll probably just donate that to Goodwill. Now this one is complete. It has the battery charger, and the camera. So if I charge up the battery and it works, I could probably get about $25 for that camera. Not bad. Now these are probably the two best items that I pulled yesterday. Unless the CPAP machines, there is value, they work, and that the company wants them. Maybe there's, I don't know how much they could offer for those, but as far as I know for sure, these are the two best items that I pulled. This is a Bose Equalizer, and that's selling on eBay. Right now there's one in auction. Starting bid is $199, but actual solds, auctions again, sold from anywhere from $135 to $175. So I think I can get $150 for that at least. And then this is a Fender Flanger guitar pedal. And I got into conversation about the guy that donated. He was an older guy. He plays on the worship team of his church. And he said there's something wrong with it. It crackles. It could be just some dust in there or something if I open it up and clean it out. But there's only one listing for this model on eBay right now, and I think they want almost $150 for it. So maybe even for parts, I can get a good $75 for it. But I might hand it over to one of my guitar friends. I know many musicians, and see if they can test it out for me and figure it out. Who knows? I'll find out. But this is what I got at the recycling event. Not the best of days, especially with the amount of work I put in. Extremely hot day. I almost felt like I had heat exhaustion, close to a heat stroke. I was getting really tired, and I just couldn't drink enough water, and I was there a lot longer than normal, and it was a very long drive as well. So for this amount of stuff, depending on what these CPAP machines go for, maybe it was worth it. I mean, 6 hours in is more than 6 hours, we'll say. I mean, but even that for $150, you're talking, you know, almost $30 an hour. So, and I'm not even counting all this other stuff. So there you go, another recycling events in the books, and this is what I got. Thanks again.